Hello and welcome to Leafy Lake, the third scenario in RollerCoaster Tycoon from 1999, played today in OpenRCT 2. So the idea behind this one is, first of all, it's open so these guys can come in, but we need to have 500 guests in the park at the end of year 3, park rating of 600, pretty standard stuff. This scenario, if you're not familiar, centers around this lake. There are no pre-built rides, got a little bit of land back here. If we feel so inclined, we do have the option to expand our territory a little bit, but honestly, you don't need to, unless you really want to play for a lot longer than 3 years. So, best thing to do whenever we're starting out, I always think, is to go ahead and just start researching as much as possible. This is already set to maximum funding, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to focus on roller coasters, thrill rides, and water rides. Because this is a lake after all. We do have a couple of options to utilize that. Well, just to start off, we have the boat hire, but this thing, if you've ever played the game, you know people get stuck constantly, so you kind of have to make a predetermined route for them to go, and I don't really care too much for that. I'm not going to say we're not going to do it, but probably not going to be focusing too much on it early on. So let's go ahead and start off, get them going with a merry-go-round. First things first. Right inside the gate here. Probably makes the most sense to go... we'll just go right here. Why not? I am going to put the entrance on the back side here. And then the exit can go... we'll put it right there. Should be fine. Open this bad boy up. I'm going to lower the admission to 50 cents just because, you know, I don't think people really care about the merry-go-rounds too much. We're going to leave the dirt path in place as our default. And then for this one, I think the blue is probably fine because we have the lake. But let's go ahead and just get right like so. Come in the default view. Can't quite see everything. But yeah, we'll leave this alone just like this. And then I can hear you already saying, let me turn off the trees. Nope, that didn't work. Well, at one point, I knew how to turn the trees off, but I don't remember. This space right here would be a great place to put an information kiosk, if we had one. But of course, we have to research that first. I did turn that off because I do think it's a little bit more important to get more stuff in this category, this category, this category, because that's going to be our meat and potatoes. This is a great map for building roller coasters, but you do have the problem of having... a lot of height variation in the lake itself. So you can't build something too tall out in the lake, but it does look really cool. And of course we have all the space back here, but it's going to take us some time to get back into the corner of the park. For the time being, probably best to just focus on developing this area right inside the gates. So I will do just that. I'm going to pop that entrance there and that exit there. Like to keep these rides pretty cheap. We'll just get those hooked up together like so. And as soon as we get this other stuff in, then we'll have to make good use of it. I'm actually not sure what the first water ride to be researched is in this game, but I do think we have access to the log flume and the dinghy slide. Eventually, of course. Thrill rides, we just have the twist / scrambled eggs, depending on whatever your version of the game called it. And then for roller coasters, of course, we have the classic wooden one and then the classic mini roller coaster. I like the wooden roller coaster, but it's very expensive to build, which is why I'm hoping we can research a slightly cheaper one. For the time being, though, let's go ahead and give these guys a bathroom to use, just so we're not being too evil. I do always charge for the bathrooms. So they pay for themselves. They don't really seem to complain too much. But this spot right here, right next to the entrance, is probably a pretty good place to put in some concessions, if we feel so inclined. But I think for right now we can leave things alone a little bit. Check, see, swans for the boat hire. Okay, so that was a huge waste. Let's just get that turbo speed going here. See if anyone wants to ride merry-go-rounds and Ferris wheels. Of course, we have all the space back here we haven't gotten to yet. But guests are going to start complaining if there's nothing really going on this way. Oh, whatever. Oh, also we can click on ducks. And they quack. Isn't that fun? Anyway, we now have swans for the boat hire. Now, like I said, the unfortunate thing for the boat hire is that you pretty much have to have a track or these things get lost, especially on a huge lake. So I was kind of reluctant to do too much with these guys. But, you know, you still can. You just have to be really, really careful about how you have stuff going in here. So like right now, if I were to do something like that, we'd want you want them to be able to do something. But it ends up being a little bit of a disappointment if you can only go, you know, certain places. But if you let them do whatever they want, then it just turns into a free-for-all, and then you get a notification like, boat number 18 for the boat hire hasn't come back to the track yet. And you're like, oh, okay. So they're stupid. And that, unfortunately, is the reality of dealing with a lot of these things. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop in entrance, exit. Since we just unlocked the swans, we'll have our 6 swans. I don't like looking at the little guideway here. So if we change that to be a little bit closer to watercolor, yeah, I think that's our money maker right there. See if there's, I don't think there's any really great looking alternative here. No entrance. Okay, well that's not going to work. So I think we'll just go regular old plane, turn that thing on, reduce it down to 50 cents. Boat hire 1 is no path leading from its exit. Oh yeah, by the way, if you don't have an exit, like a path attached to something that comes out of the lake, your guests will drown when they come out of there. So maybe don't do that. So what we'll do is we'll just put one of these guys in, and then use the vertical path builder tool. Get everything hooked up just like that. Hey, look, there you go. You got your world's most boring swan ride. But, I mean, they'll eat it up, and they'll go. And what are they saying about this? It was great. Okay. Well, I'm glad you're easily entertained. Really good value, so on and so forth. It's just something for the guests to do. Oh, yeah, buddy. All right. All right, let's get away from the merry-go-round for a little bit. That sound will drive anybody insane. But now we have the looping roller coaster, which in my version of the game is called the steel roller coaster, but this is the fun one. Remember, we have the shuttle loop. I always like to build pairs of those because they just print money. And with the lake, it's really cool because this has a pretty high maximum, well, height. So you can actually send this off into the lake. And people seem to like that a lot. You just have to kind of be careful how you have everything laid out. I think how I have this going here. Yeah, so you know you can just do one of these things if you feel so inclined. I think actually this would work if we just modified the other one here. I'm gonna have both of these next to each other. See if I actually have this set up correctly. Probably not. Oh, you know what? I did it exactly backwards. Okay, well that was a stupid mistake. Anyway, we'll sit here and do this the right way. At some point, I'll actually get good at this game. Instead of, you know, just like, oh yeah, let's play RollerCoaster Tycoon, and then it's like the most deranged hour you've ever seen where nothing makes sense. Anyway, so now we just have to make sure that these are marked to synchronize. They do have the exact same color scheme, which is fun. And I guess we could leave these at $2. And now, of course, we have to make sure that everything is actually built up correctly. So that's going to mean we have to take this out here. And then I always like to have the entrance looking like that. And then it's much easier to build when you're coming in from this way. Hold on, did I, okay, that's not supposed to be there. There we go. How did that happen? Anyway. Just get this thing popped in here. And there you go. Both of them are ready to go. We'll go ahead and put in some benches right at the... Well, there already are a couple benches here. But we'll just get those taken care of. Mine Train Coaster was the most recent thing. All right, I'm going to turn shops and stalls back on. We do get go-karts, I think, after a certain point as well, so we'll need to make sure we keep our eyes peeled for those. Okay, so it's a really good value, but nobody's on it. Okay, no, they're just waiting. They're biding their time. We also need to, you know, actually have staff take care of these things. Now, the Mine Train Coaster is great, but it is not very compact. Fortunately for us, this map tolerates a lot of big stuff. Obviously, I'm not going to build this because it's way too expensive. But you can really have some pretty nice, big, expansive coasters here. I will be the first person to admit that I'm really, really bad at designing custom coasters, so I'm going to try to avoid doing that unless I need to. There's plenty of predefined things set up for us anyway. I just need there to be more stuff for us to do. We have the regular wooden roller coaster. There's a bunch of good designs there, but we don't have the cash presently. So I think we can probably just kind of leave those alone for the time being. See, I really wish I had the information kiosk so I could just get all of my money for the umbrellas. How much do they come in with? 80 bucks. All right. Okay, that one had 70. Came in with 60. Okay. So the umbrella would probably clear most of them out pretty quick. But they will buy it, and if your goal is to make a whole bunch of money real quick, then that does work. They unfortunately do not want to go on the roller coasters when it's raining, which, hey, I probably wouldn't either. Can't really blame them. Alright, so what are they researching? Because I think that's... Okay. Shop stall. I really hope it's the information kiosk. That would be very convenient. But I don't know that it will be. Well, we can't sit here looking at this whole thing for the entirety of time. We do need to start building more stuff toward the back, though, and I think that's where, like, a big feature roller coaster would be real nice, like right up here on this plateau. But I'm not exactly sure what it would end up being. Still not going to tell me. Okay, Fry's shop. All right, well, we don't really care about that too much. Let's take a look at our designs for the wooden roller coaster. I know I built the I built a couple of these smaller ones. Mischief is a pretty good design, at least in my memory. And if you can find a decent spot for it, like I would like something that would fit right in this corner here. I know we can buy more land. I just don't know if it's over here. Hey, remember when I said we probably wouldn't have to buy land? Well, guess what? I bought the land. I bought land over here. I bought a couple of squares. Sue me. But if we can have this fit... Oh, look at that. It's beautiful. It fits perfectly here. Except I don't have $13,300. So we're going to have to remember that for when we can come back and do that. But I think the scenario actually lets you borrow a pretty substantial amount of cash. Oh, yes. It goes up to 50. Okay, we're not going to have 50 grand because that's just entirely too much money to be thrown around. So let's go up to 22, I think, is going to let me get this roller coaster in here. I think this is how I had it set up. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Okay, okay, okay. So this is the entrance. That'll end up working out really, really well. I think I can get away with charging $4 for this guy. Just to start. So we'll leave that set up like so. Bring this all the way down. Nice and easy slope here. Except for right there where the land slope is unsuitable. Well, you know what that means. Get that taken care of real quick. And there you go. now we have this wonderful new place to come and ride roller coasters. Put in some benches, and of course we can't forget to put in trash cans, even though we're not currently selling anything that they could, you know, throw out and pollute places with. By the time that you remember that you need to put in trash cans, it's already going to be too late. So just do yourself a favor. Put some trash cans in before things get a little too crazy. So we'll call it that. How are things going here? Is this literally just the one train? I guess it is. So what's their hang up? Is it too, oh, they don't have any thoughts. Well, maybe they just have to get enticed to get on board and see what it's all about. Should be a pretty simple thing. Do I have the maximum? No, I don't. I don't have the maximum thing, so I guess we'll, I'll take this down to 60-second waiting, just so we're not wasting our time. That's a pretty speedy one. It's going to give us, yeah, 6.6, 8.84 on the intensity. That's probably why a lot of people aren't wanting to ride it. But it's, yeah, I think it's fine. Oh, yeah, you know what this means. We got our information kiosk. Let's go. Pop this thing right inside the entrance. Randomize the umbrellas. I will be merciful, though. And I think, in the interest of actually having the guests, you know, spend money in the park, we're only going to charge $10 for the umbrellas. Park map is probably still fine. Okay, so these are doing pretty well. Mischief, wow, okay, that was a fast queue. Seems people are starting to enjoy things a little more over here. That's always nice to see. Now, another thing we can do, we have the space, this dead space in the middle. If we modify the terrain a little bit, I can actually send a path up here underneath the coaster, and we could put some shops or stalls or maybe a flat ride in the middle, depending on how we want to do things. But from what I remember about this playthrough I did before, and by that I mean like, I don't know, a decade ago, they really like roller coasters in this one. So we've already essentially beaten this scenario halfway through year one, but part of the fun of this is, you know, actually making something interesting. So we're going to keep going. We're going to keep building stuff to a certain point. I just wish there was a little bit more variety in the roller coasters, because we did get the pirate ship, but this never really ends up being that popular of a ride. In my experience, it ends up just kind of being one of those, okay, yeah, well, you have that, I guess we can ride it if we really wanted to, but nobody ever really gets super excited. I would like to have like a log flume or something like that. But I don't know if or when we will get that. I'm going to turn off shops and stalls. I want to get these three categories expanded as much as I can. But since we are already over here, let's see. First of all, will a pirate ship... I know I don't need... Okay, it doesn't fit in here. I was about to say I don't need a min-max on this map. There's plenty of space. Oh, somebody already lost their lunch over here. Let's give them a bathroom just right outside here. And they need a place to eat. Actually, you know what? This wouldn't be a bad place to have a food court. If we want to be fancy about it. Just have this come all the way through here. That just needs to go down, I think that's going to work, folks. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, okay. All right. I can live with this. We can make this work. So let's give ourselves a little bit of an easier path here to get down. Yeah, we'll make that work. That should be fine. In case you were wondering, hey, the grass could be mowed. Why don't you mow the grass? I'm not, no. it really doesn't do anything. Except looks nice and ties up your handyman for hours and hours and hours. But we can go ahead and have a nice little food court area here. Drinks and fries and ice cream. That's what everybody wants in the food court, right? And then, of course, a bathroom. Just get those popped in place here. Connect everything up. Have a little bit of a path off of which we can place these little branches. And I always like to put benches on those. Then trash can, trash can, trash can. And of course we can put other stuff here, but this gives them a nice little sitting area, you know, right next to the roller coaster. They can watch stuff. So yeah, they're sitting there watching an empty roller coaster taking flash photography in the rain. I don't know about you, man, but I don't think I'd be using my flash in the rain. Or outside, for that matter. It's like you're not gonna outshine the sun unless you have some sort of really expensive, like, cinema lighting equipment. You're not going to outshine the sun, so using the flash outside is just kind of like, what are you doing, man? But I digress. Look at them. They're all just standing there watching stuff. That's actually kind of cool. Alright, what are we... oh, we're getting a water ride. Cool. So let's see. What is this going to be? Is it going to be the log flume, or is it going to be the dinghy slide? Water tricycles for boat hire. Are you joking? Come on, man. There was another checkbox in, I think it was the original, either the original game or the original sequel, that was just ride improvements. I never checked it, because I just wanted them to actually, you know, make rides. Not modifications for the rides, but hey. It is what it is. It's fine, I suppose. Handymen are handymanning. I probably should have one of them, you know, just assigned to this whole area. But you know how it goes. If the paths get really bad, I'll just hire more. Eventually they should find this. Yeah, let's just go up to 5. Should be fine. It is pretty cool to watch them watch the rides, if that makes sense. So how much... oh, we're paying almost nothing in loan interest, so I might as well just jack this thing all the way up and build a bunch of cool stuff, huh? This one specific scenario does not have a minimum company value requirement. I think the first one in RollerCoaster Tycoon 1 that requires that is the Diamond Heights scenario, and I think that's 200,000 park value after year 3. But the early ones are just, hey, get a bunch of people in here. I know we have Evergreen Gardens coming up soon, too, which is cool because the scenery in that one's really nice. And you can do a lot to make that work with or against what you're building, depending on what you want to do. But we definitely want to get a lot more stuff going here. I just don't want to go suspended swinging coaster. Okay, well, I don't really care too much about that one. Is there going to be a decent classic mini roller coaster I can do? Well, this one looks insane. $15,767. Is there a really exciting one that doesn't have a high intensity rating? Because a lot of guests like less than 8, I believe. So that one doesn't have, yeah, of course, El Cheapo. I wish I had some of these with the cool scenery from either the expansion packs or RollerCoaster Tycoon 2, because those were great. I don't know what these people came up with, some crazy designs, man. Well, this one is like this is just like a loop. All right, hold on. I'm used to navigating with WASD, and I'm trying to do it with the right mouse, but I mean, this works. It's a roller coaster. It's not super exciting to look at, which I guess isn't the worst crime to commit, but man, it's just, you could have been so much more and you chose this. Oh, don't, all right, no, I'm not even going to entertain the idea. I'm not buying land just to build a tiny little boring roller coaster. Now this one, we built Flight of the Phoenix in the Dynamite Dune scenario, I'm pretty sure. Wait, what? Harry Planes? Okay. See, none of these have the vehicle designs. Whoa, that one looks kind of cool, but it's $35,000. See, like, all of these could go in the lake here, but I don't know. I really don't care for any of those designs whatsoever. Bumper boats for the boat hire. Seriously, I can't. Can I really not get a bona fide? The merry-go-round sound spooled down. That was funny. But we have mechanics. Yeah, it's already fixed. Normally they can work pretty quick here. Well, I really want a water ride, and I don't know why it's forcing me to get just improvements for the boat hire. I literally do not care. But we really do need to have one of these. One of these. I think we built that one, yeah. See, this just looks cool, but it's that's huge. I do not have room for that. Okay. And see, some of these don't even want to let you build them because of the height restrictions. I'm not going to build El Cheapo. We're attempting to play with integrity here. And we also have the... oh, this one's kind of cool. 10 grand. It comes with the paths and stuff. I think this is the one that requires the mine carts. But, see, I don't really have a great place to put this. It would fit on the water here, but I don't know if we want to, do that. That's just a huge one. Well, that's kind of cool. It's like a dueling setup. That just looks crazy with the blue supports. I guess we can, Ooh, this is a fun one. The spinning wild mouse. There's some crazy stuff you could do with these. But none of them have the scenery. What a disappointment. Mutant mouse. I think I've built this one before. I just have to remember where the entrance and exit are in different places. So if I did, I just flipped it that way. I think I'm gonna have to investigate just where the stuff comes out. Yeah. If I can figure out how to get the path out of here. Yeah, because this is just complicated, because, you know, these come with the paths, normally. But sometimes it's not, yeah, see, like, this one right here just doesn't want to play ball. So it's going to make me go this way, huh? No, mutant mouse in the way. Where am I supposed to take this? See, that's the problem with some of these with the pre-built scenery that it doesn't include. Is you end up losing any sort of sense of, like, directionality that you thought you might have had with this design is just really not going to work. Like, I guess I could... No, I can't send it up. Like, there's a specific way this path had to come out. And it's not going to let me do it. Nope, that's not going to go that way, not going to go that way, not going to go that way. I mean, I can go down, but that's... You know what? No, we can't work with this because I don't know where the path is going to go. So that's a shame. I liked that that design. But man, I don't know where to go to get the path out of there, and that's really a pain in the butt. This one, at least, they're kind of separated. And that does have the lift hill on the back. But it is still lifted kind of high. But this does fit pretty nicely, though. If we were to mess with that, I think, yeah, you know what? That actually is kind of plausible to fit in that landscape. So let's just have this come down. Yeah, just immediately. see, bring this down also. And then I think, yeah, we'll just have this go out like so. And then I believe I've got these signs that'll let me do no entry right here because that's the exit only. So nobody gets lost going up that way. Give them a couple of benches. Oh, is that Z fighting on the ride supports? Okay. So maybe that's not super ideal, but now the spinning mouse carts are cool because there's certain, like, they go around curves and they start rotating. I think there's certain track segments you can put in that'll make them rotate too. But it is, it's pretty cool. Look, it's a plus 7% excitement factor, but plus 43% nausea factor. So, some people probably aren't going to want to ride this one just based off of that, but it's neat to look at. Pretty interesting, I think, at least. I'm very interested to see what the actual rating for this is. And of course, nobody's on it. Nobody's in line for it. Maybe because they don't know. Maybe because they do know. It's going to be something just stupid insane. I'll turn that guy up to... yeah, well, you know what? We'll do 4. We'll do $4. Let's see if that ends up making sense. Well, people got on, so that's cool. Okay. That's actually not as bad as I thought it would be. So we could easily get $4 for this. We'll just leave that be. But nobody's in line. Wait, what? The people just glitched out in the queue lines? Across the entire game? The guests all disappeared. Except the staff. Okay. Well, that's a problem. How long did it take me to notice that only the guests on the rides are visible? Did I accidentally turn off? Oh, I did. How did I do that? Okay. That was very weird. I've never, ever seen that happen. Man, this place is getting a little crowded. 648 guests. Whatever you search, spinning wild mouse. Ah, there's the log flume. There's the log flume. We'll put a nice big one of those right in the lake. Or maybe going in and out of the lake. I don't know. We'll see what the pre-made designs are. The log flume's not as hard to build as like an actual roller coaster is because it's got a very limited selection of pieces you can choose from. But I am very interested to see what the user-submitted designs are for that. Yeah, I guess we can leave that like it is. It's so weird to have the guests just disappear. Never seen that. Alright, 18th May. That means tomorrow we get the log flume. And by that I mean right now. Okay. So we've got Logger's Revenge. That's a nice compact one. Splash Mine. Vehicle design unavailable. What kind of vehicle would that even be? Oh, this one's got like multiple colors on the tracks. That's kind of neat. Okay. This is a really compact one. This one's not. Let's see. $4,000. I don't have that kind of money right now, but now I do. If we just do the tried and true, keep it simple, stupid deal like this. Is there anywhere I can put this where it's not going to be completely in the water? Because sometimes the ride height doesn't want to play nice. Ah, okay. So this would work here. Be on top of the paths. I don't know if that's something people really want. But, you know, different rides interplaying with each other does add excitement. So we have the option, but it's $5,000 to do this way. If we rotate, what does that look like? Okay, yeah, you know what? The lift hill actually goes inside the other one. I think that's worth a premium. Let's get a little bit... No, let's go up to 30. Why not? Let's build this thing. We'll go with that. So now I just have to have the actual entrance queue. And I think the log flume is a pretty popular thing. Let's give them a... Do I want to have big, ugly cross-brace stuff, or do I want to have the more sleek-looking deal? That one actually probably looks a little bit better, especially compared to that. Let's go with that. You know the drill. I just like to do the little the zigzag here. Don't you just love it? And there you go. Down we go, and bam. So now we can open it. Let's charge, say, $3 for this one. Of course, we just have logs. That's our option. 12 boats, 4 passengers per boat. Yeah. It's a log flume. We'll see how quickly they take to this. I do like that it kind of goes in between this other one here. Can't find bathrooms. It's not that hard. There's one here, and there's one here. You bought the park map, you should know where the bathroom is. I really don't think it's that big of a problem. Let's see if people will get into line for this. You know what? We need to name this thing. We need a better name than U0275. Let's just at least call it Log Flume 1. Because that's what the game would have called it. So that way we don't have to decode whatever data ID as soon as the thing breaks down. It's like, well, what's that? No. Okay, well, at least we know. It's a log flume. And what are we researching? Another roller coaster, 16th of June. Alright. See, I'm still trying to figure out if there's going to be a really cool one I can put either in the middle of the lake or like way back here. So far, our wooden coaster seems to be pretty popular. Favorite ride of 124 guests. Very good. 1,000 customers per hour. Nice profit. $38.54 per hour. That's pretty good. What about Dizzy Mouse? Okay. Favorite ride of 60 guests. Favorite ride of 0 guests. Because no one's gotten off of it yet. Another one of the problems with the log flumes is that they're just really, really slow. That's why it's kind of important to have a lot of the vehicles for these things. But you're never going to really get through it very quickly, which maybe I shouldn't have made such a long queue line for it, but hey, I guess it's fine. We'll just let it happen. Is this, which one is boat 1? That's boat 1. Okay, so who's actually finished? Nobody. Seriously? How long is this ride? It hasn't even finished one circuit yet. Because I always forget. I guess when they come out of this... Oh, yeah, this is a... They're like halfway through right now, because this has to go around here. And then I think... Yeah, it's going to go up again, and then down, and then... Yeah. That is a long ride, folks. I forgot some of it gets hidden. It's not a quick journey. Not a quick journey at all. But hey, that's part of the fun. I guess I can put this back on turbo speed. Not super turbo speed, but at least a little bit of speed here. Steeplechase. Okay, that's... we've done that one before. Alright, so I love how the log goes faster once it's back in the station. Anyway, it is fully completed. It's a 5-minute ride. Wow. Okay. $5.79. But I guess they're getting right back on it again, half of them. So $3, huh? Guess what? This is now $4. Please and thank you. Yeah, see, half of them just got right back on. Now, the bad news for them is that they're going to be waiting a little bit of time to get back on that thing, but... Safest park in the country. Very good. What did we... Yeah, Steeplechase. This is the one with the horses on it. But then all of these... Wait, why is this called To the Death? Hold on. Hold on. I feel like that's a really ominous name for a roller coaster. That's kind of cool, though. It's got a neat looking design. Is there a way to get this to intermingle with the rest of this stuff? It doesn't look like it. I think the lift hill would be too high. See, I don't want to take up the entirety of this back area either. Ooh, yes, yeah. See, I want this to go, like, over the rest of the park. Ideally, would be nice. So this would actually be a decent place to put it. And it would cost almost... Okay, well, at the time I was looking at it, it was fine. All right, yeah, let's do that. Okay, so what's cool about this is right when you come in the park, you can actually see these things going. So that's a neat idea. I guess we'll start out, say $4. Although having that be called To the Death is a little spooky, just a little bit. But I digress. Let's make our queue line here. So I think what we're going to want to do... Oh, now I don't have enough cash to build the path. That's always a fun one. Well, fortunately for us, we have unlimited money bags, at least until we get to $50,000. So I think what we're going to do here... Yeah, see... This, then, I think, can become our entrance to the exit. Oh, it's just an exit. It's not an entrance to the exit. Yeah, look, alright. Look, it's fine. Ooh, yeah, okay. Except I'm going to have this come down a little earlier. Yeah, look at that. Okay, let's go. I need this to rotate. Don't go that way. Put some benches. Alright, so that's going to be pretty cool. It goes around the boat hire here. And it actually comes up over the path when they come in. Interesting, interesting, interesting. But I don't know what the stats are. I probably should have looked at them when we actually, built this thing. But, I guess we can just wait and see if anyone ends up riding this. Okay, there's a couple folks getting on. Okay, 4.84, 5.1. Okay, $4 seems to be something that's actually kind of reasonable. Kind of reasonable. Everything else is going along swimmingly. Ooh, except this is pretty gross here, so I'll tell you what we'll do. Handyman is just going to be assigned to this general area all by himself. Just clean everything up, please, and thank you. Nothing else is really looking too terribly bad. Yeah, look how fast that filled up. That was the log trains for the classic mini roller coaster. Another roller coaster coming in 14th of August. Yeah, see now I think we have a decent mix of rides. We haven't built a big thing here. I don't know if we can really get the right amount of money by the end of the scenario to put something super crazy up here. But this is something. Better than nothing. I really want one of those dingy slide things. Wooden Wild Mouse, also a good coaster design. So I'm kind of tempted, do I just go for broke, take the extra $15,000 loan, and then try to build something really big in the back corner of the park? Or do we just try to pay back our loan here? So right now the park value is 150 grand. That's pretty good. But there isn't anything over here, so I think having a nice roller coaster in the lake right here would be cool. Wooden Wild Mouse, of course, we just got... some of these are crazy designs. Mouse towers. Like, what is that? That's kind of cool looking. Looks like it's a dueling coaster design. That one might actually... 7.7. Kind of wraps around a little bit. But I think the, yeah, the ride height might be a little bit of a, ooh, hold on. This might actually work here. Except that would be, yeah, okay. Interacting with everything over here. That's going to be nice. Now, this is the start of our deal right here. So maybe we'll have them come in at the end there. Yeah, I can go ahead and charge $4 for this one too, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, and we'll just get this whole mess taken care of right out the gate. Yes, sirree. Dinghy slide. There we go. That's what I was waiting for. This whole time, a dinghy slide to put maybe in this general area. Of course, I'm going to need to probably get some money for it, but the dinghy slide is cool. There's a bunch of different stuff you can do with this, but you got to be, what in the world is that? You got to be really careful with these because it is very easy to crash. Very easy to crash. You got to be pretty careful with it. Is this... Okay, so that one can't go in the lake because of the hill. But that actually isn't the worst thing I've ever seen. If we just flatten this hill out here, I think I can build this, but I've got to come back in. Which one was that? This one, with like the diving weirdo thing here. Okay, I can get behind the... I don't have enough cash. Okay, well, we'll just wait. It's only $39.67. It shouldn't take too long to get that. If I put it on turbo. Or maybe it takes longer than I thought, and I really should be being a little bit more careful with how I spend my money here. And there we go. Yeah, see, that's going to fit. That's going to fit nice right there. Of course, the entrance can go there. Leave that 2 space, 4 space, 6 space in between. That's actually going to end up looking pretty cool. I have no idea what the name of this is supposed to be. Of course, these are just dinghies. They're just literally inflatable boats. The only thing that holds them into the track is gravity. So if you have them going too quickly and then they go up, they will actually fly off the top of the track and then explode, which honestly is kind of hilarious because like it's in water and it's an inflatable boat. What is there to explode? That doesn't make any sense. But they'll crash if they go around corners too quickly, or if they go off a drop too quickly, or if they go up a hill and then right back down again too quickly, which is part of the reason why you see this completely circular tube here that will hold them in to a certain extent versus just, you know, letting them completely fly off. So we'll go ahead and get that hooked up. And they do love their dinghy slides, let me tell you what. So we'll just go ahead and put that in there. Yeah, they're going to just flock to that thing like you would not believe. Canoes for the boat hire. Okay, I no longer care about water rides. So you can stop researching that nonsense. I got the dinghy slide and I got the log flume. They are in line for this one, folks. So now I suppose it's probably best for us to just kind of let this run for a little bit, generate some cash, maybe pay back some of the loan, and see exactly what we can get ourselves into. But you can see how this thing goes around and around and around and around. Kind of neat. Hopefully it doesn't crash. Yeah. Canoes for the boat hire, don't care. I think we need to have a couple more mechanics, and I'm going to hire 5 more handymen. That should help keep things a little bit cleaner. And now we got 880-something guests. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Starting to look a little bit better over here. I think we still could use a nice big roller coaster in the back here. Or something in the middle of the lake we haven't really gotten much going on with that, but that's going pretty well. Okay, so what's the shop stall going to be? It's always been kind of funny to me. Like, I know this is because of the way the game works, but it's always been funny to me when a research goes between years. So, like, right now it's October 29th, October 30th, and it says it's going to be expected in March. Is like, well, that's in like 5 months. So, like, no, it's not. It's next week. But I always thought, like, you know, wouldn't it be cool if, like, the off-season, because, like, you don't ever have to actually deal with it. But if the off-season had some sort of turbo research, or you could get, like, 3 or 4 different things unlocked at the end of the year. I know the game's from 1999. It's really simple. It doesn't have all the complexities that the later stuff would have, but I always thought that would be kind of interesting. Complaining about the length of the queues in your park. Well, then go ride something else. I know the log flume takes forever. That's part of the deal with having a log flume. But we'll go ahead and put in some balloon stalls. Because we can. Random color. Yeah, we'll just make that the same price throughout the park. I do like to have a lot of balloons whenever we win this scenario, because I think it's like a little fun thing to have different balloons. Is that being kept clean? Yeah, mostly. Now what's coming up? Another shop. Okay. I want to put one more thing in here, but I'm kind of afraid about the loan value. I mean, I know it's not that big of a deal, but if I'm looking on the launch screen for the game, I want the company value to be as high as it possibly can. It's like a mark of honor, almost. So I think, like, some of these rides probably could stand to have a little bit of a price increase because of how popular they are. So if we go up to 5 on the log flume. See, this thing is just... That's a money printer is what it is. Alright, so up to 5 on that. No sign of slowing down. Not showing down, that's not how it works. Language is hard. Just raise the price for all sorts of stuff. Put in cotton candy stalls so they can cotton candy themselves to death if they feel like it. It's a free country. Yeah, so we need to get our money situation a little bit better. Yeah. They're complaining that they have to stand in line. Well, excellence takes time. You're not going to do anything super quick, are you? Boat hire 1 broke down. What's there to break down? It's a pedal-powered boat. Roller coaster. Now, is this going to be an actual roller coaster, or is it going to be like some stupid car for something? That's always the problem with this. It's like I feel like there's at least like one more cool roller coaster design we could do, like maybe the corkscrew one. But I can't remember if this scenario gets it or not. Well, I guess we'll find it. Oh. Rocket cars. Okay, thanks for absolutely nothing. Yeah, building the lake is just always such a challenge. So you don't really have room for too much. We built one of these, built one of these, built one of these. Did not build a classic mini roller coaster because I didn't like any of the designs. Did not build this. We built one of those, we did not build one of these, and we built one of these. Okay. Not that the mine train one would really fit in here anyway, but... I don't know, I feel like we need to have something. That's kind of cool with the red. It's actually pretty interesting looking. Okay, can I fit this in here? I believe $12,500. Okay. Maybe we won't build this. Unless... Okay, you know what? I got excited by the idea of having a cool looking roller coaster, so maybe we will just do that. See, look at that. Look at that. It's red. Looks kind of crazy, huh? Ooh, it's gonna rain. It's gonna rain. That means we're gonna get our $10 umbrellas. If they actually go by. I should have put more than one of these in here. Oh well. What does that blue thing do? Simulate. Oh, I forgot it. It shows the ghost. That's a cool thing. Neato. Without actually having to, like, run a test. And it takes pictures. Alright, so what we're gonna do, in the interest of, you know, actually getting this opened, let's open it, start with a price of $5. And then we'll just have to get this popped in here. Doesn't need to be a super long queue line. So that'll work. Put some benches in. You know the drill. And now we have this big red roller coaster right in the middle of the lake. But hey, as long as, you know, as long as they're having fun, that's what matters. And as long as we're making money, that's also what matters. Let's, okay, these people won't stop complaining about not finding bathrooms, so I'm just going to pop in a couple more of these things in different spots. I guess right here is probably fine. That ought to do it. And to take advantage of the rain situation, we might as well put another information kiosk in. And by another one, I mean another 2. I always like putting those in a corner of the path. And I guess that's probably okay. And now I guess I can just start paying back the loan. We'll get this thing locked and loaded. And watch our money come in and pay as much of the loan back as we can. That really is just about the size of it with this this scenario. Like, you can meet the requirement inside of a year. But, yeah, it's 500 guests is really, really easy to get to. Park rating is really easy to keep up. Just, you know, don't let anybody die and don't have dirt everywhere. Total admission's almost 1,500. That's pretty good. Yeah, just slowly start putting that down. Now the cuddly toys, that's another way to make some pretty easy cash. If you have a decent spot to put it. Because then, you know, if somebody buys something, you can click on them and check their inventory. We've got a map. Sometimes they have more than just a map. Oh my god, does anybody have anything that's not a map? Hey, umbrella, nice. But now they can come and buy my umbrellas. And they're only $10. See, we did a charitable thing today. They're complaining because what? Well, buy a map. It's 60 cents. Yeah. Buy yourself a map. It shows you where everything is. I guess we should probably... I need to go to the bathroom. Why do so many people need to go to the bathroom so bad? There's bathrooms everywhere. Are they just mad because they have to pay for them? I'm not paying that much to use restroom for. Alright, you cheapskates. How about 20 cents? How about 20 cents? We're taking a loss here. Maybe not, actually. Okay. Alright, that's fine. We'll just do that. Get our Loan paid down. Say, look, park value is 200 grand. That's pretty good. Just got to pay our loan down. Yeah, I suppose it's probably about as good a time as any to go ahead and do our end of episode wind down. I know it's not always a whole lot of huge excitement in these early scenarios just because the objective is so simple. Oh, the merry-go-round broke down by going really fast. That was kind of funny. But I really do appreciate you being here, sticking around for these the early ones, because I know there's a bunch of crazy stuff that comes up later on in the game and the different challenging goals, like you have to complete the roller coasters yourself to meet certain standards or whatever. So we'll get to that stuff in time, but I think what we're going to end up doing is just play all the scenarios straight through in the order they're presented. So probably won't get to the expansion pack ones until we finish the rest of the ones in the vanilla game. And then we'll just go straight down the line. And hopefully I don't fail any of these, because you know how that goes. But you guys really do make it possible for us to actually, enjoy doing the whole series, not skip anything, and just experience the game. Beard Boosters especially, subsidizing all the videos that don't technically perform as well. You really, really are doing a whole lot to support the channel, and I really appreciate you. And even if you're not part of that list, I appreciate you as well. Just being here is more than enough. As we approach the end of this one, get this back on single time speed. I hope it stops raining, but we will see all of the guests release their balloons, and they'll clap for our achievements. Try to find a whole bunch of people in one spot, because that's always fun to look at. I guess right here is probably... Yep, see, there you go. We did it with a company value of $165,000 because I didn't pay back the loan, but hey, that's still pretty good. Pretty good. But the goal was 500 guests. We had almost double that. So, you know what? You take those things. You take those wins when you can have them. So let's put our name on the chart. If I can spell my own name correctly, there we go. And that's all she wrote for Leafy Lake, folks. Don't forget, we're going to have another one of these videos on a Saturday, but next Tuesday is another Water Beavers episode. We're going to be rotating the Tuesday slot. So hope to see you again soon for that. Folktales series continues tomorrow as well. And then all sorts of other fun stuff to come as Satisfactory 1.0 drops next week. A week from today as of, a week from today as of tomorrow. Tomorrow being the day you're watching this, today being the day I'm recording this. I think that's how the math works. Anyway, September 10th, Satisfactory 1.0 comes out. I'm planning on doing a pretty extended stream on launch day for that, so we can get a good head start on our brand new factory. But we still have a little bit to do in our current playthrough, so there will be a couple more before then. Hope to see you in one of those, but if not, that's fine too. Just glad to have you here for whatever you choose to be present for. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Stay safe, have fun, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.